Hey guys, Czar here. Good morning to you. Hope all is well. Trust you're having a good day so far. It is Thursday, August 21st, 2025. This is the daily frame, guys. 3 minutes to the New York Open. You can see that we have a bearish picture here in the NASDAQ and the S&P and sort of in the Dow. Inside day, bearish body on the NASDAQ. Inside day, bearish body on the S&P. Marginal down day with bearish body on the Dow. So I'm coming in with a slightly bearish bias here, guys, to begin the day. This is my trading grid, the daily, the 30 and the 1 minute chart. I'll sometimes use the 30-second chart over here if the markets are really moving, or I will use a 2 or a 3 minute chart, but most of the time it's a 1 minute chart. Always working from left to right, daily 30 and 1. You will see here on the 1 minute chart, guys, I'm also showing the Asian open range and the London open range. And above yesterday, guys, we had the New York open range and the London open range and the Asian open range, which are still very much up here on my 30-minute chart, guys, which is my zone time frame. You can see that big drop we had yesterday in New York, and then by the end of the day erased almost all of it back up to the 1 minute open range, which is right in here. Nothing really happened through Asia or through London. Then we began to drop down around 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning after the optimal trading window in London, and now pushing up here in the pre-market right before we open. We have just opened. And there's the 1 minute open range, guys, a bearish candle, quite a large one at 68.5 points. That's a good size for the NASDAQ and 11.75 points for the S&P. I certainly won't be chasing anything here today, guys. New York open range below the Asian and London open ranges here. We are at a zone from yesterday. It's a continuation zone, guys, as is this one. They're not particularly strong zones, and so I'll be keeping that in mind as I watch price action unfold here. Dropping down to the 30-second chart, guys, with that big opening candle. I want to see things with a little bit more granularity, but I won't be chasing anything here out of the get-go. I want to see how we act around these zones. Two sisters back inside the open range. Nothing going on here so far. Just that big opening candle, bit of a flurry. I certainly won't be going long here anytime soon, guys, with those open ranges in this very bearish picture. Inside day, bearish body still. In order for that body to flip bullish, we need to get right here. This is where it flips, guys, right between those open ranges, Asian and London. So no longs for me here, guys, certainly not inside of this. After the big moves of Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to be really patient here, expecting some pausing, congesting, chopping perhaps. Perhaps a no trade day after a very active couple of days. I don't think I need to tell you that my dynamic open range now includes that little piece right there. And I'll just draw it anyway. Just watching, guys. So we have an inside day with a bearish body and a very bearish configuration. We have a 30-minute that's unchanged now in terms of body and has broken above the prior 30-minute candle. We're sitting in a fairly narrow range. We have a 30-second chart that is inside of the original open range and my dynamic open range. In fact, I'm moving back up to the 1 minute chart here, guys. Yeah, there we go. And news coming out in 5 seconds, 2 seconds. Now we're getting a reaction. Pushing down now on news below the open range, but back in the open range. Not doing anything here, guys. I'm going to let this thing go. I want to see how we act and interact with these zones down below, as I mentioned earlier. Back inside the open range on the NASDAQ and the S&P, both of them pulling back up again. All right, guys, it's 9:50. Still inside or back inside the 1 minute open range. I can now adjust my dynamic open range to include these two marginal breaks. In fact, I'm going to include all of this in my dynamic open range, meaning I will not be considering a long until we at least get to the top of the London open range. I won't entertain longs in here. I may entertain shorts down here, but this is no man's land for me, guys. And so as long as we're inside of this dynamic open range, I'll put you on pause and bring you back if anything develops. Just so you know, guys, news comes out in less than 2 minutes. I'll be waiting until after the news, and I really also want to see us get handily down here into this area before doing anything. So I'll not be trading a break of the bottom here, for example, if that happens on news. In my mind's eye, my dynamic open range expands to there. It's now 10:02. This feels like it may be a no trade day, guys. All right, guys, we're back. It's 10:38, and we have rejected from this area, pulling all the way back, and we're about to tap the 1 minute open range once again. And so on that note, guys, I am going to call it a day here, 10:39 a.m. If anything else happens, I'll come back and click record, but it's not looking like a trading day for me. Inside day, bearish body, in a 30-minute range and inside of my dynamic open range. Have an amazing afternoon, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.